Well done, Norman.
Dear, oh dear.
Thank you, Billy. Oh, our hearts were stopping. You weren't going to come through that door.
Oh dear. Well, there's been a bit of a traffic jam and
I know.
the other.
Well, we've got a lot of presents wrapped up for you at the studio, so let's go. Yeah. This is part of your audience we brought here by coach. They're coming back as well.
But I can't even enjoy myself. All right, let's go.
Well, Norman Wisdom, king of comedy mayhem, this is your life, and your first taste of anything even remotely connected with show business came 50-odd years ago when you enlisted as a teenage army band boy and learnt to play the trumpet, especially the regimental march of the Royal 10th Hussars in India. But more than 40 years ago, you enlisted in quite a different regiment, show business.
Attention! Squad will move to the right. Quick, march!
Your pals from the Grand Order of Water Rats, Henry Cooper.
And every morning, Norman, I walk there with you.
Davy Kay. John Persley. Derek Beatty. David Lodge. Bernie Clifton. Freddie Davis. Bill Persley. Percy Edwards. Ben Warwick. Vince Hill. Charlie Chester. And Roy Castle. Hey, let me just turn to you, Henry. Henry, you know, Norman's been quite a handy fighter in his time. Did you know that?
Oh, he's a bit useful at my old game, he was. They tell me, we got a lot in common because they tell me he was his battalion champion, the 10th Hussars, and I was my battalion champion. But I must say, you know, he's got some great eccentric walks and he tumbles. He's a great clown, isn't he? People used to hit me on the chin. I used to walk like him and I used to fall and I didn't used to get a laugh. But he's made millions laugh in his lifetime and might be always be so, Norman.
But that's how, I learned to fall. You see, I used to get walloped more than you. I don't know. And I used to fall there, boom, boom. Oh.
Well, Norman, this is your life. And today, after more than 40 years at the top, you've won a whole new generation of fans with the popular television showbiz of your hit comedy films, which packed the nation's cinemas in the 50s and 60s.
Now then, hold that up there like that. There we are. Feel that? Your elbow. Oh. Take it away. Oh! Gotcha. Cross your legs. Oh! Gotcha. Relax. Too much. Tell me. Are you all right? Turn it round. Wrong way, sir. It'll come right off a bit.
terribly sorry, Paco. But you sit down with me.
Great success, Norman. Alas, though, of course, sadness when your marriage failed, but there were compensations, which is why I know one of your favorite film successes was Follow a Star, in which you had two very special co-stars. Then aged just 6, your son Nick. And who's this in the same movie? No. Yes, it is. Then aged just 4. And of course, they're both here, your daughter Jackie and son Nick. Nick, tell me, was your dad as much fun at home as he was on the screen?
Oh, he certainly was, Eamon, and I can tell you there were some chaotic scenes at dinner time. He used to put his elbows on the table, and then they'd slip, and he'd go straight into a plate of porridge or anything like that, and it used to be horrendous.
Well, from this picture, it looks as though you were helping him. So, Jackie, you both missed him, of course, when work took him away from home.
Oh, yes, definitely, Eamon. But the good thing about Dad going away was that when he used to come back with lots of presents for us. Yeah?
Such as?
Ooh, nice bits of jewellery, necklaces, whatever.
Porridge.
But he also bought me a pony. And when we first got Jasmine, Dad insisted that he was the first to ride her. Do you remember that, Dad?
Yes, I do.
And she threw him,
Yeah.
which amused the few onlookers there, which wasn't planned for Dad, unfortunately.
Wasn't deliberate, though.
Norman, you were brought up in London's Paddington in the tough times of the 20s. Your late father was a chauffeur and your mother a dressmaker. Home was at 91 Fernhead Road.
Right, yeah.
And every morning you walked the 400 yards to this school, St. Luke's.
And every morning, Norman, I walked there with you.
Neighbour and school pal, the local grocer's son. You haven't seen each other for more than 60 years. Jack Bangay. Jack, you went on to become a success, too, as a company director, but was Norman something of a character even in those boyhood days?
Very much so. I could tell a few tales. But the thing that people remember him mostly for was the wonderful story of when he was knocked down by a bicycle and hurt his ear and was lying there in the road crying his eyes out. And along came a dear old lady and she said, "Oh, my little fellow, what's wrong? I think I can stop your crying." So she opened her purse and said, "Here we are. Here's a little silver sixpence. This'll stop your crying." And it did. But what people don't remember is the next morning he was in the same place trying to be knocked down again.
Thank you, Jack Bangay. Thank you. Well, now, Norman, sadly, your parents were divorced, and you and your late elder brother Fred were put into care, first in Hertfordshire, then at Deal in Kent. Yes. Leaving school, you find work as an errand boy locally before returning to London, looking like this in your first grown-up suit and trilby. Oh, very smart. Now, you get hotel jobs as page boy, then waiter, cabin boy on a freighter to South America, and army band boy. You take up boxing and, in fact, become the flyweight champion of the regiment in India. But you're always making your army pals laugh, and back in England, your army service completed, you resolved to get into show business. But before you could do anything about that, war was declared. You find yourself in 1939 back in the army, this time on the Royal Signals. Now, at Cheltenham, you're in the unit dance band. That's you on the saxophone.
Yes.
Playing at weekly dances.
And one night, when the band took their break, you got your own very first solo break in front of an audience.
Your great army pal of those more than 45 years ago, Patrick Dickinson. Now, tell us about the night of the dance, Patrick.
Well, I was sort of on the entertainments committee, and everyone used to rush to the bar when the interval came. So, in our wisdom, we thought of a plan to keep people back, and I suggested if the band took a turn to entertain us, we could stop people rushing to the bar, you see. So they all took a turn. And when Norman's turn came, he did some mimes. And I can remember 3 of them. One of them was paper tearing. One of them was dancing with ladies of all shapes and sizes. And the other one was the boxing routine.
And they all made them fall around the place. Thank you, Patrick Dickinson.
Imagine